what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Echo FM.
Don't touch that dial.
We are the fresh news people.
Echo FM 100.7.
Music.
I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is fine. I want to welcome you to Echo Sports, your regular sporting bus stop every weekday from 6:30 to 7:30. We are going to be right here on Echo Sports on Echo 100.7 FM to ensure that you get the daily dose of the sports package right here on Echo FM. With me, myself, and I, the sports chef, the Fox in the Box numbers the light, and I don't do it alone. I have the man who at some point this week, he actually put on Heartland Pink to the studio, and I would always introduce him as a professor when it comes down to everything that has to do with sports. If you want history, he'll give it to you. If you want data analysis, he'll give it to you. If you want predictions, he'll give it to you. You understand? He will also give it to you. He did at the World Cup, obviously, and ultimately we saw how Nigeria went to the World Cup, and Nigeria did not go to the World Cup, you understand. But Okrambo is beside me right here. No matter how you want it from a man, Sabi. Kazu Sports, wonderful evening to you.
Good evening to you, Nobo. Good evening to you, our wonderful listener. Then the aspect that got me confused was the Okrambo aspect.
Not before, where we do
which eventually led to him being Nobo being confused as to whether Nigeria went to the World Cup or not. But I've checked my record since he's been talking, and I can't even see. I have seen the number of countries that went to the World Cup. Nigeria is not there. So the Okrambo aspect, I wouldn't rather know.
But you know, you do check for here.
Check who?
For World Cup.
For which country?
Eh? You are leaving that part of your job.
For which country now?
Okay, but you want to leave that. You want to leave that part.
No, I don't do chaka who.
Okay, no, be chaka who. Okay, no. Probably I'm not get. I'll go and research and get the proper name. You understand? I'm sorry for giving you a
chaka who. Chaka who. What does that mean?
No, now.
Can you put it in words?
Don't worry. I'll go and research and find the word for to describe your job.
Have you incarnations?
You are the one. My people. You are welcome. You see, as they have denied me, I'm see you are flying this boat alone. But people should mark this day that man will Sabi leave me. You should mark this day that man will Sabi
took Nigeria to the World Cup.
Okay, chaka ho to Nigeria.
It's all right.
Okay, it's all right because it seems like things are now becoming all right internally right there at FIFA, because FIFA, they have stated that whatever that you people have been hearing in the past couple of days or weeks, we can put it that way, that they are now okay with Infantino and everything is back to normal.
Unfortunately for him, while everything seems to be okay for him in FIFA, everything seems to be getting worse outside, because today, English FA have sent official letter that they do not support or back Infantino's returning back as FIFA president come March next year. That's not enough. UEFA themselves, despite the news that has come from FIFA internally that yes, we're okay, no problems, UEFA have come to say that those who are saying this in FIFA are people that Infantino, most of them appointed them. Most of them came courtesy of his recommendation and appointment. Mm-hmm. And UEFA have said that even though Infantino has gone on to withdraw his FFE proposal, that they are still not comfortable with him and they don't support his staying on as the FIFA president. That's just a breaking news. UEFA, English FA, these are the two vocal voices, and UEFA are still maintaining, to this moment, they are maintaining that they will still boycott the World Cup if Infantino continues to be the FIFA president.
There's a lot that is going on in the world of FIFA, you understand? And this just comes through after the World Cup. So I don't see no be only for Africa where drama they happen after the World Cup. But in this particular situation, they no carry cup, give another country. Let her come turn around, come carry the cup, go give another country. This is different. This one now political unrest, not be legal unrest. So we're also going to give you updates as of yesterday. Nigerian Super Falcons, they are progressing to the quarterfinals of the ongoing WAFCON, and also looking at under 20 Flying Eagles of Nigeria. They have progressed into the finals, and with the resulting match after their first semi-final game against the host country, Cote d'Ivoire, they will be meeting Burkina Faso, who beat Benin in the other semi-final encounter to make it into the final. So right now, both Nigeria as well as Burkina Faso will be battling for the tickets to be at the under-20 AFCON, and that would also serve as a qualifier for the under-20 World Cup. All these and more will come your way right here on Echo Sports on Echo 100.7 FM with nobody sports chef and man we sabi. So quickly, without wasting much time, as of yesterday, we saw entertaining encounters in Group C at the WAFCON, where two matches that will determine who progresses from Group C were played simultaneously, and three countries were in the running. But before the match started, four countries were in the running based off on how things went. But the fourth country that was in the running, all hands were against it, because for Egypt, I'm talking about Egypt, they were looking at winning Nigeria. And not just winning Nigeria, but winning Nigeria with a wide goal margin for them to qualify. Because if they had won Nigeria, they would have joined Nigeria, they would have joined Zambia on 3 points. That was how things were going into the final day. Because Nigeria, Zambia, they were on 3 points, and then they were chasing against Malawi that were on 6 points after the first two games. And also, let me remind you that Malawi, this is their debut campaign. This is the first time they are appearing at the WAFCON, and they beat Nigeria, and also they were able to beat Egypt, who have been showing their faces in the WAFCON. So right now, for Malawi, experience does not matter. It's based off on the talent that he has. So for Nigeria, it was drama. About 4 penalties were given in that encounter, and we had 6 different goal scorers for Nigeria. And also looking at Nigeria shipping in goals, 3 matches, Nigerians, Super Falcons, they shipped in 5 goals. I was talking about the defensive issues for the Super Falcons and who will just a matter ago put into this particular game, and based off on the yellow card and also automatic second yellow card after 2 games, and that resulted to the match suspension for Esto Kronkwo. Tony Payne had to return back into the starting 11 for Justin Madago to fill in that blanks. And also for a red card, I went to Demihen. Oluwatosin Demihen, she will miss 2 matches, and also who will go into that particular area to fill that position that will be left by her. And based off on what Justin Madagu saw in Nigeria's number 10, and looking at how Uchebe did well to ensure that she kept Barbara Banda at bay after Nigeria reduced to 10 men in Nigeria against Zambia. And she started in between the sticks, and then we saw Lozzie operate from the left, and she has predominantly operated from the left side of the fence, that's left back. And then we saw Shukura Toladipo operated at the right back. And we saw a couple of changes up front. The likes of Ijuniasu started, and we saw Rinsola Babajide starting in this particular encounter. And you can see that the Nigerian side were quite vibrant. Mm-hmm. They were vibrant. They were making more attempts, even though in the first 35 minutes, Nigeria did not actually put out any dangerous attack. But you can see that particular attack, for me, I'm going to count Ijuniasu out, because I believe that she didn't contribute much to the attack. But now you can see that also Gift Monday, I have to give kudos to Gift Monday. Many Nigerians are now calling for Gift Monday to start ahead of Asia Toshola based off on the shortcoming. Coming off from the bench, 2 players came off from the bench and they scored goals instantly. The like Uche Nakalo came into the second half after Gimonde came into the first half to substitute Asia Toshola because of injury. We do not know if she's going to play in that game. We don't know the extent of the injury for the meantime. And then looking at Uche Nakano also coming in to get the goals for among the goal scorers. 6 different goal scorers for Nigeria in that 6-2 thrashing of the Egyptian side.
Yeah, yesterday I was saying that I have a lot of confidence in these girls. I remember one of the callers yesterday saying that he thought he was thinking it was impossible for the Super Falcons to score up to 4 goals, which was maybe what was needed for them to progress. But then we said, okay, let's see how it's going to be. For me, I've always had this confidence, when it comes to Nigerian female football, especially the Super Falcons. They hardly disappoint. When they go and get tough, that's when you see the toughest get going. And yesterday, the Super Falcons of Nigeria show why they are 10 times champion, that it wasn't a fluke for them to be there. Yeah, the first match was a huge disappointment for all of us, which made most fans came for them. Well, it's accepted. You can't tell the fans how to control their emotions. But then, sometimes, like we always say here, what matters is your ability to criticize constructively. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the coach himself. He has also shown that he doesn't only have Asato Shola and the rest of them, that those at the bench can also hold their own. That was what the match yesterday showed. The absence of 2 players, 2 of the starters, meant that he had to reshuffle the team, bring in players that can turn things around. Like you said, players coming off the bench to get the goal. I think that was around 80-something minutes. Nigeria at a point when Malawi pulled one back. Nigeria was at a point 3rd. And at that time, I think it was still 4-1, 5-1. But then I knew that things were going to happen.
Even when they scored the second goal, Nigeria's qualification hopes were still in jeopardy.
But then, at the end of the day, it went down to the wires. And that's what, like I always say, the Super Falcons, that's what they are meant for. Sometimes, even the Super Eagles, most times when situations like this come up, that's when you see Nigeria coming to show their mettle. But at the end of the day, they've shipped in 5 goals already. That's a red sign. That's a red light for me. Going forward now, they should know that it's now a knockout stage, and whatever you do now matters. Win this particular next match you have, and you are, for me, for most of us, just like Nobo was saying yesterday, that's the first thing we want. Win this quarterfinal, get to the semi-final, then whether you win the trophy or not, well, that will become the second, option. Primarily right now, we want to be at the World Cup, and good thing, we've crossed the hurdle. Congratulations to Justin Madugu. He did very well yesterday. He and his girls, they did very well. They delivered that needed, victory. And not just delivering the victory, they got the needed 4 goals. And that's what made, that was what made it possible for them to progress. I don't want to agree with those who say that somebody coming from the bench to make a cameo and score should start ahead of.
They've been calling for Gift Monday. Even going into that game, I told you about the pre-match interview or post-match pre-match interview going into that game, talking about Gift Monday and also Ijmiliasu, why they are not starting and all that. And just a matter ago was tactically, you need certain personnel and tactics. Based on tactics, that's why we are seeing some of them that and also most coaches will tell you that
for me it will be very counterproductive to bench Asato Shola, except she's injured or half fit. Why? It is important that we understand what this girl represents. She's someone whose experience comes to bear. It's just like you going to the World Cup and you have a fit Cristiano Ronaldo, or a fit Lionel Messi, and you leave him on the bench. Let's be sincere about it. So yeah, Gift Monday, a fantastic player, someone who can come in and change the game just like she did last night. But if you put it as an option, whether to start her or Asato Shola, I will always go for Asato Shola. Except, like I said, there is a problem, maybe injury or half fit. A player can sometimes lose form. She is not in form. But the Shola we have now, who even gave us the goal that made it possible for us to get to where we are now, against Zambia. So,
a penalty. Okay, no, the goal she scored was a penalty, but again against Zambia was ricocheted off her body to get to the back of the net.
Well, ricocheted, even if a penalty. we've seen, I think in the last World Cup, Messi missed very important penalty in crucial matches. Okay, what I'm trying to, even Ronaldo himself missed a penalty in the last World Cup. So even a penalty in a match of that caliber, good players can also miss it. So scoring it also is a plus for the person. At the end of the day, the time for why I'm saying this is because we're going now into crucial stages. Okay, for me, it's better to use him to run down defenders and bring Gift Monday to do the finishing work. That's the best.
But if you see the output that Asha Toshola is giving, she's no longer giving that young. You know, when she came through,
that's why I say if you
coming from the flanks, the certain Zelpra Nozio was there, and when you see out and out 9, Asha Toshola has not.
The person
really
I'm
given
worried
out
about her benching is actually what's her name now? This girl from the US. She's the one I'm worried about her not starting the game sometimes.
Talking about you're looking at well, let's just get through to the semi-finals first off, and then let's see, because that's what I've been clamoring for, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Make it to the semi-finals. Let's get that World Cup ticket. And so far, they started off poorly, losing against debutants, and then a shaky second game, but 3 points were gotten regardless of how it came through. And then a certain Zambian side who actually outscored who considered less and almost outscored everyone until that Nigeria's remarkable 6-goal thrashing of Egypt. And Nigeria is a team that scored most goals in that particular Group C. But when you look at Zambia,
saved them so far.
the Zambian defense have been so strong that they considered just twice. They considered against Super Falcons and the Malawi side. It was looking like it's going to be a two goal lead for Zambia, but the Malawi side were able to actually get a result, have the seat 2-1 thanks to that strike from Chawinga. Chawinga, she's in contention for the Golden Boot right now.
Yeah.
When you look at how things are coming through for her, Tenwa Chawinga, and you can actually definitely she'll be getting thumbs up from her sister Tabita. You're doing well. You're doing the family proud. The family name, everyone will be happy. And so far, so good for the Super Falcons. Now, let's go over to the Flying Eagles and look at their performances so far. First game, they beat Ghana 4-2 in the group stage. Went over to a game against Togo after the coach complained that they missed chances. They came away with a 3-0 victory, and that gave them and secured a path for them into the semi-finals of the WAFCON championship, regional championship. The last game, the coach, Abdul Mekaba, he actually wrong a couple of changes, and then they lost to the team that they're going to play in the finals now, talking about Burkina Faso. 2-0, not just 1-0. And I criticized them after that particular game. So you can't actually hope on your bench to come through and deliver something spectacular, even if it's a draw against Burkina Faso. You didn't concede once, but you conceded twice. And then going into the semi-final encounter against the host nation, definitely it's going to be a hostile arena, even though we don't see much presence of fans in youth games. But you definitely see some people, family members will be there, classmates from school, they definitely will be there. So you will see some people they were cheering the Ivorian boys. But in a game that saw Nigeria trail early in that encounter, they found a way. They found that fighting power. 90 minutes ended 2-2, and then going into penalties, I believe it ended 4-2 in favor of the Flying Eagles. And then going to the finals. For Burkina Faso, they came up against Benin in a second semi-final encounter, and Burkina Faso 4-3. That's the penalties. Now, for Burkina Faso, they are looking forward to a regional title against defending champions, the Flying Eagles, on Sunday, and they are looking forward to the only ticket. Now, Ghana have a ticket, but based off on the fact that they are the host country, they crashed out in the group stage, and then looking at the Flying Eagles of Nigeria reaching the finals, and then looking at how they will look forward to getting the better of Burkina Faso. So far, so good, as Burkina Faso side beat Niger 2-0, coming up against a team that they beat in the group stage. Yes, one would say they beat team. 18-bit beat team because they so desperately needed that particular game against Nigeria.
I think that would be the motivation they will be having, going to the final against Nigeria. I mean, the coaches and the backroom staff will tell them, hey, guys, we did it against them. Though with a depleted team, like we said, Abdul Mekaba knew he has advanced, probably want to rest some of the boys ahead of the, semi-final, which he did. And like you said, it would have been better if that game ended in a draw. That 2-0, which was also what they used to thrash their opponent yesterday to make it to the final. I think there will be so much confidence, assuming from this Burkina Faso side, based on the result they have had so far and the incredible run they've had to the final. But now they're going to face a Nigerian side that understand what is needed is just a ticket to add to that one Ghana has from this WAFU B. All right, Nigeria can beat them. But then it's going to be a total ball game. I believe Abdul Mekaba should change his tactical ability this particular period. New definitely one or two players or up to three may be the ones that will be coming in the final, knowing it is the final that it is. I still want to give it to not just because I'm from Nigeria, but because I've seen this Nigerian side with a veteran, if you ask me, an experienced coach, at least at this level, talking about Abdul Mekaba. He's someone who's seen football very much at this particular level. When he was chosen, I think we said it here that he's one of the
based off on his experience with the under 17
side. So he's kind of someone who the cap fits. And so far, leading the guys to the final, it's not a mean
Could the under 20 boys give him his first junior trophy?
It's very possible, and then of course push him to go and compete for the continental AFCON on a 20 level. Let's see how that's going to turn out. But whatever happens, the final Burkina Faso will definitely see a different Flying Eagle in the final.
Okay, they will look at facing a different Flying Eagles in the finals, and those who picked Abdul Mekaba or those who recommended Abdul Mekaba for this under 20 job, definitely go all hand on that. They will be jubilating.
Yeah,
I told you people, yes, he's performing. Can't you see the Flying Eagles flying? So far, they've played 3 games and they've lost just once. But now this is where the margins will matter. Any missed pass, any loss in concentration, and also looking at any mistake, it will be counterproductive. And ultimately, this is an opportunity. And he also spoke about how they were anxious in the game against Ghana. And so far, it seems like they put the anxiety away. But now they considered first against host team Côte d'Ivoire.
Something I think he should work on.
Okay.
They concede him first. It could be dangerous. Now you're going into a final against a side that have beaten you before in this tournament. Anytime if you go behind, going behind could be very dangerous. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's a final.
The first 2 games they won, they went ahead first.
You know, that's what I'm telling you. So in this particular game, don't come from behind. What I'm saying, because it's a final, Burkina Faso scores you 1 goal and change everything about them, knowing that it's just 1 match. I get what I'm saying. They can decide to move, play from the back foot, defend the 1 goal they have scored, and knowing that what is needed is a local game. Sorry, is an African team. Are you with me? So I think Abdul Mekaba should do everything possible to make sure that in this final they don't concede first. If they do, I don't know how it's going to end.
Okay, we don't know how it's going to end, but Abdul Mekaba and the boys will be looking forward to a positive outcome. If you're just joining, this is Echo Sports right here on Echo 100.7 FM with Manuel Sabi, Catchy Sports and number the sports chef, the Fox in the Box. We're giving you updates concerning the WAFCON. Nigeria up against Cameroon. Yes, we didn't let you know in that particular one. We actually are looking forward to seeing how things turn about in the quarterfinals of the ongoing WAFCON.
We'll get
3 fixtures have been confirmed. Hosts, I told you yesterday, they will be playing South Africa. Talking about Morocco. Up against South Africa on Saturday, the 8th day of August. Then we have the reigning WAFCON champions, the defending champions, 10-time winners of the WAFCON. Looking at Nigeria Super Falcons, who started poorly, but so far it seems like experience is actually carrying, and also grace they are carrying the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They've made it through Group C after a shaky start, and they will be up against the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon, who I believe they played a friendly game against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, and we saw how that went across. Nigeria will
get to the semi-final.
They won one and lost one against Cameroon.
Nigeria will get to the semi-final.
And so that is the second fixture in the quarterfinal. And then going over to the third fixture, we actually are looking at Ivory Coast taking up Algeria on the same day that South Africa will take Morocco. That's on the 8th day of August. Now, for Super Falcons, they will be playing the next day, the 9th of August, Sunday.
That's
and then
Sunday.
we also are looking forward to the match between Mali and Ghana, because it's going to be Mali or Ghana in the final group game, because they'll be playing today. Cape Verde, they're already out. First 2 games they lost. Despite being debutants, the coach has actually told the girls that they need to keep their heads up high. A historic outing for them, and this is where they're going to build from the foundation that they have laid. So it is either Mali or Ghana that will go on to face they would go on to actually face the Algerian side. So it's a whole lot right now as we are looking forward to the knockout stages. So South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, Cameroon, and then we are looking at the match between Malawi and Ghana or Mali. Malawi will face Ghana or Mali. Ivory Coast, Algeria, South Africa, Morocco, Nigeria, Cameroon. So with that, we are still on the continental stages, but away from national team setup, we are getting over to club side football. Now looking at CAF club football, the Champions League as well as the Confederation Cup. Now looking at how things have come through for Nigerian club side, they now know their opposition. Starting off from the CAF Champions League, Rangers will begin their quest for a place in the 2026-2027 CAF Champions League group stage with their first preliminary round against the Benin Republic side AS Supermap. The Nigerian champions will play the first leg at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikenne. This raised a couple of eyebrows because many people knew that it's either it's all going to be the nest of champions. But when Rangers said no, let us go to Ikenne and play our Champions League ties, the CAF officials came through and they gave it a pass and said that okay, matches can be hosted here. So they will be playing that game. First off, it's going to be in Nigeria before they go for the return fixture in Benin. That will definitely give them the home advantage after the first leg. And looking at the Flying Antelopes, they will be looking forward to progressing. And should they progress, they will be facing Niger Republic side, either Niger Republic side AS Nigelec or Algerian Giants MC Alger in the second preliminary round. So after the first 2 games, the winner of these 2 ties will then find themselves into the knockout stages. Now for Rivers United, the pride of Rivers, they also have been handed a difficult opening assignment after being drawn against Ivorian club side San Pedro. Finidi George definitely will be looking forward to overcoming another West African side to keep their hopes of reaching the lucrative. It's going to be very, very lucrative because right now a lot of things have been added on to the CAF games, not just the Champions League alone, but also the Confederation Cup encounters where each stage you get the money where you go carry, you go to increase. The Nigerian club sides that are in the Champions League, they stand a chance to actually win more from the Champions League outing than what the winner of the Nigerian league title, top flight league title will actually earn based off on the fact that they just won the league title.
Yeah, an interesting feature for both Rivers United and Enugu Rangers. For Enugu Rangers, I expect them to beat Supermap. I said I expect. I'm not saying that they are going to. I expect them to win the Benin Republic side Supermap, and then look at what's going to happen, whether they're going to be facing AC Algiers or whether they're going to be facing their counterpart, the ASN Negligent. Now, the interesting thing about these 2 things, for me, is getting to the group stage, because we call it the money spinning, stage. Talking about the CAF Champions League, it's just 2 matches. If you're able to hold your head high with these matches, you definitely will advance, to the group stages. Last season, we didn't do well. That's the truth.
Only one team made it to the group stage.
We didn't do well. I know we're going to also look at the CAF Confederations Cup, the 2 Nigerian sides that are going to also in the CAF Confederations Cup. We didn't do well. I hope, but an interesting thing is that these same teams here are the ones there. We're the ones there last year, right? That's the truth. Talking about Rivers United and Enugu Rangers. But the question is, have they learned their lessons? Are they going to improve based on what happened last time? the two coaches now.
No, it was actually Remo Stars and Rivers United,
Rivers United
that was there in the last edition.
I'm talking about at least Rivers United was there. For Rivers United, the question I'm going to ask, at least last time they got to the group stage, let them do it this time around.
A game.
Without winning a game. So for Coach Finidi, George Finidi, who was there last year, I believe he's learned his lessons. He's been able to recruit the kind of players he needs, because I know that at the end of the day, what you need as a coach, as a coach, your instrument are the players. Has he been able to get the caliber of players he needs? Has he been able to learn how adaptability and improved in game structure and everything, environment helps? That's it. But one thing that I am sure at this moment that they've not been able to fix is environment. I mean, home game. They'll be going away to play these games. For Enugu Rangers, they have chosen remote stars. It's okay. The danger, like I always say, is that you are going to be denying your thousands and thousands of fans, your teaming population, the opportunity of coming to be your 12th man. Because you're going to Remo to play this game. Ikene, how many people from Rivers or from Enugu will the government transport? How many buses will go? Will they use the plane?
We saw what they did in the final game against Sporting Lagos.
In Lagos. So that's what I'm saying. So are they going to be repeating that for all their games? I don't know. If they're going to be repeating that, beautiful, kudos to them.
It should be a wake-up call to club sides to improve their facilities.
That's where I think you're where I'm headed. Because for me, every other thing now lies in their hands with the kind of caliber of players they have, the kind of preparation they have made, and the rest of them. But one thing that is still missing, that is very glaring, like we said, is the venue. It's very important and it's very necessary. Well, I just want to wish them all the best. They are not meeting very strong sides at this stage. That's the truth. That's the truth. The names we've just mentioned are not the big names in African football. It is from the group stage, or from the next phase.
Algeria is actually a strong.
That's for the next phase.
That's
for the next phase. So that's what I'm saying. That's for their next phase.
That's an opportunity if they make it through. For Supermap, they recently won the first ever Benin Republic League title, and that is the team that Enugu Rangers will be facing. And then for San Pedro, they finished runners up.
In Ivory Coast, right?
In Ivory Coast. So runners up will be facing against runners up, and the winners will be facing against winners.
So very interesting. Very interesting. You understand? Very interesting. So if you're a champion in Nigeria, you're facing champion elsewhere. But can champion in Benin Republic actually hold his
first ever Benin Republic
champion? Should they ever hold their own against Rangers? Well,
okay, let's see how that goes. Then for Confederation score quickly, looking at Shooting Stars 3IC Sports Club of Győri, they will be up against Tunisian heavyweights CS Sfaxien in one of the standout fixtures. The question will be, what is Sfaxien doing in CAF Confederation Cup? We know Sfaxien for the Champions League, but we are not doing that. Sometimes at certain points, Manchester United play Europa League, as at some point Chelsea play the Conference League and actually won it. You understand? Chelsea still remains a club that has won all trophies that were present.
Now, Chelsea fans can be very happy because they're beginning to praise them, say who they are.
It's a fact.
And you have not told Arsenal fans that yesterday.
Relax.
We are mocking Chelsea.
No. Okay. Remember, I told you yesterday that Chelsea is the best club in London. I saw something before I said that. I saw something. So just relax. We're getting there. I work with facts. That's before some people say I mock, but it's not mocking. So looking at the Confederation Cup matchup, Sporting Shooting Stars of Győri, they've been drawn against Sfaxien in one of the standout fixtures. So looking at the draw that was conducted today, we've already given you Champions League lineup. Now for Louis Warriors, talking about 3SC, they have a stern opening assignment. Remember last season, the two teams in the Confederation Cup, none of them made it to the group stage of the Confederation Cup.
I hope that won't be the case this time.
That's what we're going to be hopeful. So should Shooting Stars eliminate Tunisian side, they will go into the second preliminary round. They would face either Cote d'Ivoire side, AF Amadou Diallo, or Sierra Leone's East End Lions in the battle for place in the group stages. Now, for El-Kanemi Warriors, they are paired against, they will be playing against Guinea-Bissau side, Unai Desportiva International in the opening preliminary. And they will face a tougher challenge as they will be up against another side. I'm asking, why are they not in the Champions League? Talking about Raja Casablanca. The Moroccan side, Raja Casablanca, we know them to be CAF Champions League football material, but ultimately, like we talk, certain times you can fall from grace to grass, and then from grass we can see if you can get to grace. But let's see if Tottenham Hotspur can go from grass to grace, because 2 seasons now they may fight for relegation battle, but they've been doing more. They've shown more capability in the transfer window, this transfer window, than a certain Manchester United.
Yeah, it's important for us to let for you to know that the first leg for the Confederation Cup will be between 4th and 6th of September. That's next month, and the second leg will be between 11th and 13th of next month. Very important, so it's very close, and I hope these Nigerian clubs are ready for this.
Okay, so moving over to FIFA and what's going on in FIFA. First off, I'm going to start up with what one could actually say that this is an association that puts the players' welfare first. You understand? So now looking at the Players Union FIFPRO, they've come out to accuse FIFA of a profound abuse of presidential power. It's also because you be president, no mean say you go just go out of bounds anyhow. Say, as things be now, we are standing up against you and we are putting it to you. I put it to you that you don't go overstep right now. So looking at the fact that yes, FIFA Infantino don't withdraw the controversial FIFA Forward Enterprise proposal and has apologized the way it was handled and how they handled the project, and they've stated that everything is all calm. No need to worry. But FIFPRO insisted that withdrawing the project does not resolve the wider governance concerns exposed by this episode. So the union stated, FIFA Forward Enterprise is gone. The power of the abuse of power that produced it is not. Governance reforms, not a cover-up, are urgently needed. The withdrawal of FFE was inevitable, but withdrawing the proposal does not erase what it revealed. A plan capable of permanently altering the ownership and governance of the FIFA World Cup and commercializing the competitions built by generations of players was conceived in secrecy, negotiated behind closed doors.
Somebody said that
and brought to the brink. I'm coming to that. And brought to the brink of agreement before the FIFA Council. The member associations, players, and football's recognized stakeholders even knew it existed. Before they knew it existed, they've already brought it to them. They understand. This is not merely a governance failure. It is a profound abuse of presidential power. Now, we've seen how things have happened and have gone by in the past 3-4 days. And then, a certain former Nigerian football heavyweight, talking about an individual who occupied the topmost position when it comes down to the glass house in Abuja, talking about NFF. He made a statement. But at this moment, even FIFA and Infantino have come out to put out a statement that we are sorry, don't name us to the cross, that we have learnt our lessons according to Infantino. Definitely, this is more like I stated yesterday, the president is there to bring up plans. Certain times, the plans might not see the light of day, and looking at how this one was put together, probably can go back to the drawing board and find a way, because most associations have said that they should go back to the drawing board and look at how it can actually be altered to be perfect. But now, I'm also stating that since this could happen, why hasn't that man, talking about Amajume of Impinik, why never come out and talk, say, okay, yes, I made this particular statement? Because those inside FIFA as well, I've come to say that they were in the dark.
Anyway, just like many people have already said, and I think I said it from the beginning of this particular show, apart from FIFPRO, you see, this is coming from FIFPRO. That message is simple. Yes, you have withdrawn that FFP, but you who conceived it are still in power and we don't want you. I've told you earlier on, UEFA this evening, after the closed door meeting yesterday, where Infantino had with FIFA executive members, after that closed door meeting, today, this particular afternoon, UEFA have come out to say, we are still going to boycott the World Cup if the person of Infantino continues to be the president of the FIFA. That's not, as if that's not enough. English FA are mentioning names, people that can influence things, not those that will stay at the back and want the money to come so that they can put in their pocket and continue depreciating and killing the football culture and tradition in their countries. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who can influence things. UEFA at this moment still stand their ground. They said, yes, we have heard, we've seen. that you've withdrawn the FFP, right? Yes, yesterday we heard that there was a meeting in Morocco, closed-door meeting, and after that meeting, FIFA officials have come out to say there's no problem. Everything that we have heard is just let's move on. But UEFA are saying, just like FIFPRO has just said, that we are not going to allow Infantino continue. The fact that they can even do this kind of conception and do it with such an impunity, placing money value on it, take 20 now. After all said and done, we'll give you the remaining 20. If you are and he gave a deadline. That's September next month. That was when he gave. And some people in different parts of the world, especially this is our own part of the world, they took it up immediately. They supported it because why? They want the money to come so that it will go down the drain as it used to go.
And then
let me summarize.
We spoke about the Jordan FA president talking about Prince Ali bin Hussein. Now, reports had it that after the blackmail statement that actually saw pressure come from confederations and also national associations, he stated that FIFA had offered to solve the kingdom's problem in exchange for his endorsements. So now, looking at how things have come through, Jordan's players and staff have received outstanding reward money for their participation in the 2025 Arab Cup. And then the statements that came from Prince Ali, the president of Jordan Football Association, on his social media account, he stated, thank you to the FIFA administration for suddenly this morning delivering what was owed to our players and coaching staff.
Now, yesterday we were talking I mentioned his name as one of the strong bodies. He said yesterday that this money that was released this morning,
since 2025,
yes,
for their participation, making it to the finals of the Arab Cup.
Arab Cup, and that Arab Cup is totally under FIFA. FIFA are the ones that see to that Arab Cup. Now, do you know? He also mentioned the treatment they received at the last World Cup in the USA. Most of the fans who were holding tickets were not allowed to come. There were so many things he mentioned that has been going on down the drain. Why? Let me tell you why.
And even in that particular World Cup, he stated that they spoke to him that if they back the re-election of Infantino, they are going to do Jordan FA well. That is the betterment of Jordan FA.
Now, the question is this. Why has FIFA been unfair to Jordan? Jordan did not support Infantino's election. They were against him. Are you with me now? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing we mentioned yesterday. The winch hunting. And this is what most people are now afraid of. If you allow Infantino to continue, even though he has dropped this idea, those of us who did not support him will be seriously what? Winch hunted. Because look at Jordan now, being winch hunted for not supporting him in the past. Now, after the man cried yesterday, this morning, the money that were on Jordan players has been released. This is all to specify.
And reports have it that FIFA have refused to answer questions concerning his allegations.
His allegations. So what we're saying in effect is this. While FIFA internally, FIFA board, and just like UEFA said earlier today, those people who have come out now to say we don't have issues, let's move on, are people that Infantino either appointed, influenced the appointment, or are like those in his clique. I mean, nobody can come and, you understand? Nobody will say that the amount of soup is no sweet now. So UEFA are saying that we are not interested in what people are saying there. We are still standing our ground at this moment. So as we're talking right now, that thing UEFA said last week when this thing started, that they were going to boycott the World Cup. They have reiterated it. They have reiterated it this particular evening.
Okay.
That they will remain there.
So concerning this situation, the UEFA president, Alexander Sfaxien, the Slovenian, has stated that be it in your personal life or in politics, pick your fights. Don't be every fight where you go enter. In talker. When he was asked, with the way they stand against FIFA, they give them books back to back, left and right. Why don't you stand in the 2028 FIFA Congress and election, stand against the Infantino? In talk, no. Because that he's doing well in UEFA and that he's picking his fights. And every fight is tiring, you understand? So right now, he has called himself the underdog leader in the past before. But Sfaxien don't talk, say, you see as things are now. Choose your battles. But the European governing body is now locked in a bitter fight with FIFA boss Infantino right now based off on their stance. But we do not know what is going to be about the future.
I doubt, personally, if you ask my personal opinion, though I don't have that power to influence it, but with all, if you bring these, things, if you try to knit it together, trust me, by March next year, Infantino may not be FIFA president.
Now, quickly, before we open the phone lines, I can tell you that former Nigerian midfielder John Mikel, who has been vocal about certain things, not be about this FIFA issue he talk about. But he spoke about Arsenal and their deal to Vinicius Jr. He talks, say, Vinicius Jr., they use Arsenal. They carry weight for Real Madrid. In the talk say, you see how things be. In talk say the Brazilian winger is using the Premier League club to strengthen his position in contract talks with Real Madrid. And reports have it that there has been positive talks
from
close. Vinicius camp as well as Vinicius himself when it comes down to renewing his contract right there with the Madrid Blaze club sides. Now for Chelsea, after losing yesterday, reports came out that they have put 11 team players up for sale as they trim the squad after spending more than £300 million ahead of the 2026-2027 season. So reports have it that Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Malo Gusto, Beno Badiashile, Axel Dixazi, Trevor Chaloba, who is actually close to joining Como, and Nicholas Jackson, they've actually been there. So Chaloba has reportedly agreed a £31 million move to Como as Chelsea plan more exits.
Hatland will go for Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers will just arrive. Away Chelsea go spend. You may go late Chelsea.
I know you want to
You may go late Chelsea or Morgan Rogers. Gagwa has just happened that boy like that. No, now it's not.
Okay, maybe Badiashile will be back. No, will not be back anywhere. Let's try for defense.
Probably. You know that Liverpool, they are short of defenders. They can go and get Badiashile.
All right.
Understand? So, and okay, we'll give you more updates. But right now, you can join the conversation. Remember, we also live on Facebook. We are live. So come on.
All right. Numbers to call 0911 20022, 0911 20022, 0707 454 1014. That is 0707 454 1014. For your WhatsApp message, please do drop them on 0707 491 3438. It's time for you to be part of the conversation.
Hello, good evening. Who's on the line?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. You're welcome. Please do call back. You understand? Now, also, okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening, my brother. You're welcome. Hello? Please do to call back. Now, going over to our WhatsApp platform, this is coming in from Felix Nwozu. He says, good evening, Kachi and Noble. Good evening, our guy Felix. My name is remains Felix Nwozu, testing from my humble community, Himberi. Congratulations to our girls, the Super Falcons, for demolishing Egyptian ladies 6-2 and qualifying for the next round. Truly, the Egyptian we saw yesterday, we shall see them no
they
more.
Are no longer there.
I want to wish our girls all the best against Cameroon. And finally, congratulations to Infantino for surviving the hurdle. Let him now take the world football to the next level. Thanks, and do enjoy the rest of your evening.
He's entering the mail hurdle.
That's the support for Infantino.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, Katiwa Ogogo.
Good evening, my darling brother. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. Good evening, David.
It is Noble the sports chef.
Okay, Noble. I thank you. My name is Success. I'm calling from Road.
Success, you're welcome.
Yeah. Please, definitely, Gachi, what you said is true. Noble, sorry, what you said is true.
Okay.
Vinicius is using the England team to what?
Not be me talking, when I'm Mikel will be talking.
No, I don't say that Mikel will be, but you are the one that's telling us.
Yeah.
So you are the one that said it.
It's not admissible to court. It's not admissible in court.
You are saying where you heard it from.
Definitely. That is what he is doing. And he's using it to achieve their dream in Madrid. But for me, I would tell that guy to be in Madrid to this summer. Next summer, he can find his way.
No, I think he's going to be in Madrid. I said it yesterday. He will be in Madrid.
Definitely. Vinicius has given Madrid everything they want. Now, if eventually Vinicius say, Madrid, this is what I want, they will not even look, they don't need to look back and do it for him. Because Mbappe has never do what Vinicius has contributed in this Madrid. So for me, I will tell them, do whatever Vinicius requests from you people, do it for him to stay in Madrid. So I congratulated Falcons. They did well last night. Definitely. In fact, I don't even know that goal will come. No, because it's very bad for a team not to win match in a tournament. The last match, they must surely be serious to see that they win one match.
Okay.
It's just like a season in a league. Those relegation zones, that's when they will what? When they will be strong.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So what am I saying? Then try. Definitely, I wish my team, Chelsea, though they lost match, but I see that that's the welcome development for Alonso.
It's a welcome development.
Wow. Yes, welcome development for Alonso to choose or to know how to arrange the team. Definitely.
Okay.
So that's it. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
Thank you very much. And also, yesterday, like we were talking, Mikel Arteta lost to Manuel Pellegrini. Where Real Betis, Real Betis then beat Arsenal 3-1 yesterday. You understand? So Chelsea, you think it's easy? It's easy. Do you think it's easy to play friendly games? Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing now?
I do all right, my brother. Adi Kankwe, you're welcome.
I was on my boy now. I was on my from Amakataka boy.
Okay, my brother. One out for you. You do it.
I can again now.
Not too much, my brother. I know me. I know Jiri Mama.
See, I think I did Sunday. I remember I up here Sunday. My brother, my sister is something. I think I did Sunday.
Congratulations to your sister. Congratulations in advance to you and your sister and the family.
Hi, Homer.
Hi, Homer.
And I right now. They can all dialogue. They can learn.
Amen. Welcome, my brother. Wapi also.
Okay,
my brother, just so I'll give you a refresher. I'm going to give you a minute, but just no network on, you know. Just click lock. Sorry, my brother. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling from Mugoma. Please don't be angry. There is one argument we were arguing yesterday.
You didn't tell us your name.
My name is Duru Celeste. I'm calling from Mugoma.
You're welcome.
There is one argument we were arguing yesterday. That people that took Nigeria, the Super Falcons to Egypt or where they play, the people that stole that money, is it Nigeria officials or other people? There is one argument we were arguing yesterday. Please don't be angry.
How can Nigeria, which of Nigerian officials that stole money in Morocco? It's people from Morocco.
It wasn't actually of yesterday, but earlier on it was actually a worker at the hotel that in Casablanca that the Super Falcons lodged, and reports have it that it has been returned, and that's the person involved has been sentenced to 6 months in prison.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Celeste. Do enjoy the rest of the
Can you
talk with you want to use your words.
No, I want to understand how people are even arguing if it's a Nigerian official that stole money in
now this is where we bring clarity. This is
it's not a Nigerian official. It's one of the workers in the hospital.
Exactly. In the hotel.
I understand. I understand why I asked that question.
This is coming in from UG Update. Good evening, Kachiwankuga, Nobody Sports, my people. You people were late to kickstart our show today. Because we have to pay bills.
Bro, you know now. Yes. If I leave Pom, I ain't go train children.
You understand? So, thank you for forgiving us. UG Updates. Our girls are lions. No, the Super Falcons. It talks to them with lions.
I'm telling you.
And they always make us proud. But our men, now, Turu.
They always bring us
shapes every of their outings. I salute you both. You joined it from Nazi, but they went and won. They won the Unity Cup back to back. I'm asking me, they won the Unity Cup back to back.
All right, premium chilly evening K1 Sports Chef. Foremost, kudos to the Flying Eagles for picking the ticket to represent Nigeria. To represent Nigeria, at the African Under-20 Championship, and
not yet.
They have to win the final.
Yes,
and they will win Burkina Faso in the final. Of the Under-20 WAFCON tournament.
I think he's
wishing them
in advance.
On the club continental draws, I really have a cold feet on the clubs representing Nigeria. For now, our clubs don't have what it takes to compete until the right things are done. I agree with you, brother. Finally, on the WAFCON, candidly, I don't see Nigeria winning Cameroon or even the tournament because of Coach Madugu's tactics. The right players are not used as and when due. It was even in yesterday's match, irrespective of the walloping of Egypt. Splendid evening ahead. God bless Eco FM. Ugos from Nazi. Thank you very much, Ugos, for your thought. All right, good evening, EV Sports Chef. And Man Way Sabi. Okay, good evening, Sports Chef and Man Way Sabi. How are you guys doing today? We are great. When I say 6, you say 2. Someone shout power. Power! Super Falcons clock it. Yeah, they're clocking it already.
We are clock it. You understand?
Guys, they are going closer to the final to bring back the 11th trophy. Shalom, my lovely presenter. Thank you very much. The
11th trophy is already in Nigeria.
All right. Good evening, the sports chef, Francis from Second Inland. I have never supported Infantino and Musepe in their quest to lead the football associations. They are money mongers. I wish you guys well. All right, too.
Now, this says, greetings, Kachi and Noble. I'm DJ Stain, testing from OG. I want to say good luck to our girls. Mikel should go and sit down. Now, Chelsea go kill him. He should face his team, Chelsea. Please, what's the update on Vinny and Madrid? I'm DJ Stain. I believe we've given an update.
Yeah, because they are very close. They are very close. Very close.
Very close.
Will be in Madrid.
And update, Diego Forlan has been named interim manager to guide the Uruguay national team. Marcelo Bielsa stepped down after Uruguay could not progress.
Abysmal outing.
From the group stage at the 2026 World Cup that was hosted by Mexico, Canada, and United States. I believe this is where we're going to be drawing the curtains close for today's edition of Echo Sports right here on Echo 100.7 FM. Because based off on we starting late. It is because of we have to keep the lights on. You understand?
So you can hear our voice.
Yeah, definitely. And then we can also tell you that Yan Diamondi has signed a deal for Real Madrid, and he's
already in Madrid now. He flew earlier today, and he's in Madrid already to do the final documentation.
He may be part of the a team that would play their friendly game on Sunday. That will be it from me, Noble the Sports Chef, the Fox in the Box, Noble Delight. I appreciate everyone who watched us live on Facebook. I appreciate those who listen to us, and also on Facebook. You guys are doing very well for the update on board. We are watching you guys live from MCC Orata Road over in Dewo. This is coming from Chinasa Alfred. Thank you, Chinasa Alfred. My name is Noble the Sports Chef, the Fox in the Box, Noble Delight. Until tomorrow when we meet again, I'm saying buenas noches.
I'm Kachi Sports, Kachi Mago, Man Wesabi. Thank you for being part of the show. We'll be back tomorrow.
Clock it, patience, clock it.
Music.